Hello viewer, welcome back again to the platform, JBJobu Online Mathematics. Now we have a question on the board. How can we solve this very question? How can we simplify it? Now I will give you two ways to solve it, two steps to solve this very question. I will consider step one, okay? I will consider step one. Okay, now for the step one, I will not use conjugates. Remember, whenever you have two surds as a denominator, what do? Take the conjugate of the surd, meaning use that conjugate to rationalize the fraction. Okay, taking the conjugate of these two surds and use it to rationalize the fraction. But for this one, I will not consider the conjugate for this step. Okay, let me now say now, for this very step, I will use 24. Become 4 times 6. Okay, 4 times 6 will give us 24 minus root 6. Okay, now for this one, it simply means this one simply means what? Root 4 times root 6. That's what we mean. Okay, root 4 is a rational number. Don't forget, root 4 is a rational number. It's a perfect square. Therefore, we become 2. Okay, 2 now multiplying the 6 become 2 root 6 for this one. It become 2 root 6. Okay, why this one still remains root 6? Okay, now for this one, what can we do again? I can now proceed. Do you see now for the one at the denominator, we have a common surd, root 6, root 6. Now we have to take a single surd of it. Okay, now at the back here is 1. At the back here is 1. Okay, it means simply mean 2 minus 1, which is 1. Okay, therefore at the end we are going to have root 6, root 6. Okay, become what? Okay, look at what we are trying to say. Now taking uh, a common surd, okay, we have something like this. 2 minus 1 is going to be 1, root 6 at the end, meaning we are going to have this one at the end. 1 multiplies root 6 is going to be root 6. Now for this one, I will not have root 6 here. Can you see now that for this one, we're having two surds, but at the end, I'm able to reduce to a single surd at the denominator. Now for this one, since we still have, this one is a fraction, since we still have a surd at the denominator, we cannot just conclude here, we cannot just stop here. We need to remove these very roots. Now to do that, I want to take this one, this root 6 to multiply the fraction. Like I say, I will use root 6 to rationalize the fraction. Please don't forget I told you that in a fraction, you have a surd at the denominator. What do? Rationalize the fraction by taking the surd at the denominator. Okay, now let's just say now it becomes 12 over 6. Okay, that's what I have there, root 6. Okay, using it now to rationalize. Okay, root 6. Okay, all over root 6. Now 12 times root 6 is going to be what? 12 root 6. That is what I have there. 12 times root 6 becomes 12 root 6 for the one at the numerator. Now the denominator will have a common surd. That is to say root 6 times root 6, and then we are going to have root 36. Therefore, for this one become 12 root 6 over 6, because root 36 is a rational number. Therefore, we can also consider it as perfect square. Root of 36 is 6. Okay, for this one, 12 can divide 6. That is to say 6 can share 12, become 2. Okay, become 2 root 6. That is my final solution using step 1. Okay, now I also consider step 2 to this very problem. I will consider step 2 to this very question. Okay, let me use step 2. Let me use step 2. Okay, step 2. Now to this very one, we have 12 all over root of the root 24. Okay, minus root 6. Okay, for this one, we have to take the conjugates of the denominators. Okay, the one of the denominator here, we have two surds. Okay, it simply means the conjugate of this one. Remember, I took that root 24 minus root 6. The conjugate will become root 24 plus root 6. That is what I will have there. This one becomes the conjugate of this one. Now, since I'm able to get this one as my conjugate, I will use this very conjugate to rationalize this fraction. As you see now, it becomes 12 all over root 24. Root 24 plus root 6. Okay, times using the conjugate now, we call root 24. You don't forget. Okay, we have plus there, root 6 all over root 24 plus root 6. This is what I have here. This is what I have here. Okay, now for this one, I can multiply. Become 12. Here become 12. Okay, root 24 plus root 6. Okay, now we have the other one there. Here we have, okay, 6 here. Okay, please, this one was minus. Please take note, this one was minus. Right? I have to take the original. Yes, taking the original first and then use the solve to rationalize. Of course, this one is the solve, that's the conjugate of the solve. So this is where the solve. Okay, now for this one, I have this. This one is the difference of 2 squared. And at the end, when you expand it, you are going to have root 24 squared minus root 6. Root 6 squared. And then you rational. If you expand, you expand, you are going to have this. Okay, for this one, this square can keep the roots. The square can keep the roots. Okay, we now have 12. Okay, roots. For this one, we can as well reduce this very one. Become 4 times 6. Okay, for this one, we cannot reduce it. Remain root 6. Okay, all over this one become 24 minus 6. Okay, now for this one, here, I think we can still proceed further. Let me put it up here. I want to resolve it up here. It means that for this one, I have 12. For this one, it becomes root 4 times root 6. Root 4 is a perfect square. Therefore, I'm going to have here, I'm going to have, okay, I'm going to have 2 root 6. Okay, for this very one. Okay, and we have plus root 6 all over. This very one will give us 18. We minus, we are going to have 18. That is 24 minus 6. We are going to have 18. Okay, we have 18. Now, let us not continue again. Now, for the one in the bracket, we still have a common solve. Therefore, what do we mean by that? It simply means that 12. Okay, I can reduce this very one. Let me reduce this one. I can reduce this very one. Okay, 6 here is 2. 6 here is 2. 6 here is going to give us 3. Okay, I will have 2. Okay, now taking, here is 1. Visible 1. 2 plus 1 is going to be 3. Taking a, since the salt is common, I can take a, just take one of the salt. One of the salt, become root 6. I just take one of the salt, become root 6. Okay, now I have 3 at the denominator. Okay, now for this one, I have to multiply. 2 times 3 is going to give us 6. Okay, it's going to give us 6 root 6 all over 3. Now, when I do that, 6 can be by 3. I will have 2 root 6. Can you see that I have applied 2 steps to this very question? Okay, this one I don't apply conjugates. Look at what I have, what I have taken at the final end here. I have 2 root 6. But now I decide to apply conjugates. That is step 2. I decide to apply conjugates. Now look at what I have. Look at my final result. This one was my final result, 2 root 6, meaning we have the same thing. Meaning that we have the same result. We have the same result. Okay, at this point I can stop. At this very point I can stop. Please don't forget to like my page, TB Jungle Online Mathematics, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel, Mathematics Science Mega Tutorial. All the best.